IDF has confirmed the death of another reserve soldier during operations in southern Lebanon. This is the 12th Israeli soldier killed in the ground offensive against Hezbollah, raising the toll of soldiers killed since October last year to 731. Over 2,000 Turkish citizens and some foreign have started boarding a Turkish military ship that brought in aid and will take them out of Lebanon, which is being hit by Israeli airstrikes targeting Hezbollah. The six-ship convoy includes escorts that set sail from the southern Turkish port of Mersin. The ship transported 300 tons of humanitarian supplies, including food, hygiene kits, kitchenware, tents, beds and blankets. Besides this, the Turkish citizens, people from Bulgaria, Romania and Kazakhstan were among those who applied to evacuate on the ships. During a widely anticipated phone call, U.S. President Joe Biden has urged Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to minimize harm to civilians in Lebanon as it intensifies strikes against Hezbollah. White House has also warned that Israel must avoid any Gaza-like military action in Lebanon. This, even as President Biden reaffirmed Israel's right to defend itself. The leaders held a phone call that lasted for about 30 minutes. Senior Iranian military advisor Ebrahim Jabari has warned that Iran will respond fiercely if Israel conducts strikes in response to Iranian attack on October 1st. While Israel stated that its strikes against Iran will be lethal, precise and surprising, Jabari warned that if Israel retaliates to attack any single Iranian facility, Iran will target dozens of Israeli security, military and economic centers in response. China's permanent representative to the United Nations, Fu Chong, has urged Israel to stop any military actions in Gaza, lift the blockade and restrictions on humanitarian access to it, and also cooperate with the UN and other humanitarian agencies. Speaking at the UNSC briefing on the humanitarian situation in Gaza, Fu Chong said, while the Gaza war and situation in West Asia have been at the forefront of the Council's work since October last year, the situation has not improved so far and has only worsened. Republican presidential contestant Donald Trump has ruled out a second presidential debate with Democrat contestant Kamala Harris after Fox News offered to host a contestant showdown later this month. Trump said that it was very late in the process, adding that there will be no rematch. Harris had previously challenged Trump to a debate hosted by CNN on October 23rd, but the former president declined. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has embarked on a two-day visit to Laos, where he will attend the 21st ASEAN India and the 19th East Asia Summits. In a statement before leaving for Vietnam, Prime Minister Modi underlined that the visit marked a decade of India's Act East policy. He also said that he will also join the ASEAN leaders to review progress in strategic partnership and chart the future direction of cooperation. Leaders of ASEAN met with dialogue partner South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol in a regional meeting held in Vietnam, as both the sides highlighted the elevation of a comprehensive strategic partnership after 35 years of trade and cultural ties. Yoon said that the upgrade of the ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership would bring the cooperation to next level. Indonesia's president-elect Prabowo Subianto has defended his plan to expand government agencies, saying it is needed for a strong administration despite criticism. Prabowo, who will be sworn in on October 20th, plans to add about 10 ministries and agencies. Prabowo suggested his cabinet will keep many ministers from the administration of the outgoing president Joko Widodo, saying that decisions will be merit-based. Taiwanese President Lai Ching-te has vowed to resist annexation as China exerts growing military and political pressure on the self-ruled island as it claims a part of its own territory. In a speech during National Day celebrations, Lai said he will uphold the commitment to resist annexation or encroachment upon their sovereignty. Heralding the end of a politically charged trade spat between Australia and China, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has said that China will lift sanctions on the lucrative trade in Australian lobster. After meeting Chinese Premier Li Qiang in Laos, Albanese said that the pair agreed to a timetable to resume full lobster trade by the end of this year. Demonstrators and police clashed in front of a barricade on fire at the gateway to Rivière-Sale, a city in the French overseas island. The movement, which denounced the high cost of living, is demanding that food prices on the Caribbean island be brought in line with those in mainland France, which are currently 40% higher. The death toll in a brutal gang attack last week in central Haiti town has risen to 115. The attack on residents of Pont Sonde on October 3rd was one of the biggest massacres that Haiti has seen in recent history. Dozens wounded in the attack were being treated at St. Nicholas, the lone hospital in the nearby city of St. Mark. Mayor of St. Mark says that the toll would likely keep rising as officials continue to look for bodies. Hurricane Milton has made a landfall of Florida's coast. It has made landfall near Siesta Key as Category 3 hurricane. Hurricane Milton made landfall along Florida's Gulf Coast, bringing powerful winds, deadly storm surge and potential flooding to much of the state. Milton drew fuel from exceedingly warm Gulf of Mexico waters, twice breaching Category 5 status. The cyclone had maximum sustained winds of 205 kilometers per hour when it rode ashore in Siesta Key in Florida. A tornado was seen tearing across a roadway in Florida in the U.S. Tornadoes were also spotted in other areas of the state throughout the day. As of Wednesday evening, 3 Florida offices of the National Weather Service had issued a total of 133 tornado warnings. The Miami and Tampa offices issued 49 warnings each, while Melbourne had 35.
South I-75, tornado in progress. Large tornado in. South I-75, tornado in progress. Large tornado in.
Japan's Weather Bureau has said that there were neither signs of El Nino nor La Nina phenomenon at this moment, but it is approaching characteristics of La Nina. The Bureau said that La Nina will become clearer towards winter but will not last long, adding that the possibilities of La Nina forming and normal weather conditions continue. They are splitting at 50-50 right now. El Nino is a warming of ocean surface temperatures in the eastern and central Pacific. La Nina is characterized by unusually cold ocean temperatures in the Pacific region and is linked to floods and drought. According to a report by American Sunlight Project, a US-based advocacy group, hundreds of alleged pro-Russian bot accounts on X are pushing election misinformation and disinformation on the platform. The report terms these bots sleeper agents for having evaded detection for years. As a part of this study, researchers analyzed nearly 1,200 X accounts that were able to identify over 100 million posts created by these sleeper agents. These posts include pro-Kremlin propaganda, content favoring Republican nominee Donald Trump, and misinformation about Harris's campaign. The research group added that some of these accounts have been able to escape detection and moderation on the site for as long as 15 years. The Turkish government has blocked access to Discord after the platform refused to share information demanded by the country's top court. As per the reports, the court decided to block Discord due to suspected child abuse and obscenity being committed by some Discord users on the platform. The block comes after the murder of two women by a 19-year-old man in Istanbul earlier this month. Content on social media showed some Discord users praising the killing. Operators of rental e-scooters in Spain's Madrid have until October 25th to remove all their mobility devices from the city's streets. The announcement comes after a huge public outcry against reckless driving and chaotic parking by the users. Madrid's mayor's office said that the three foreign operators, Lime Dot and TIE Mobility, they had failed to implement limits on their clients' circulation or control their parking to regain the licenses. The scooter sharing system has been under fire globally, mostly due to reckless driving by users on streets as well as sidewalks and parking areas that often leaves public spaces cluttered. Last month, on the 20th of September, data of over 31 million Star Health customers was hacked. Star Health is one of India's leading health insurance provider. About 2 weeks after the data hack, the hacker, identified as Shenzhen, is selling the stolen data on a website for $150,000. The hacker claims to have access to the data of over 31 million customers. The leaked data includes customers' PAN card details, addresses, phone numbers, and other information. In a shocking twist, the hacker claims to have accessed customer data through Star Health's Chief Information Officer, Amarjeet Khurana. The hacker has alleged that Khurana sold the data to him. However, Khurana later tried to change the terms of the deal. Ratan Tata, the visionary chairman emeritus of the Tata Group, died at the age of 86. The business tycoon had just addressed rumors surrounding his health on Monday. He mentioned regular health checkup as the reason for admitting to the hospital and nothing serious. Born into a family with deep industrial roots, Tata's journey began on the shop floor of Tata Steel. His strategic prowess transformed the Tata Group into a global powerhouse. Beyond the balance sheets, Ratan Tata is widely acclaimed for his philanthropy. Approximately 65% of the revenues made by the Tata Group are allocated to charitable trusts that support rural growth, healthcare and education in India. China's central bank is setting up a swap facility to provide liquidity to institutional investors to buy stocks. This is a part of a broad stimulus package announced earlier that ignited a rally in stocks. The People's Bank of China will accept applications from eligible securities firms, funds and insurers to obtain highly liquid assets such as government bonds and central bank bills if they provide certain collaterals. Emerging market stocks continue to tumble as concerns mount over China's response to its economic slowdown. While the nation equities ended the session 0.7% lower in New York, registering its biggest two-day decline since early August. The Brazilian real faced losses among its peers amid renewed fiscal risks, while an index for emerging market currencies slid for a seventh session. China's world-beating stock rally lost steam after its economic planning agency announced weaker than expected stimulus measures. The dollar is set for its longest run of gains in more than 2 years. This comes as U.S. economic resilience forces traders to rethink their expectations for Federal Reserve rate cuts. The dollar gauge has gained for 8 straight days. This marks its most protracted winning streak since April 2022. The dollar has been climbing as traders erased bets on another half-point cut from the Fed in the week of last week's surprisingly strong U.S. jobs report.